the trace of a heartbeat. Bring back the futures we lost. Tear down the anthem still rising. I know it's not too late for us. Out of sight, time and reason. I hope to be better. Are we meant to cross the dying lines and walk to promise together? I'm a distant defeatist. Horizons will never forget how a way where love was captured and drowned and laid in the forest. Echoes of those damaging ones, set out to wonders that I see. Your fierce sons are kingdoms to come. Heroes I know, their light still grows. I know it's not too late for us. Too late for us. Silent afflictions I carry the very moment of a world gone by, so desperate to find these poets in motion. Sing of the trace of a heartbeat. Bring back the futures we lost. Tear down the anthem still rising. Echoes of those damaging ones, set out to wonders that I see. Your fierce sons are kingdoms to come. Heroes I know, their light still grows. I know it's not too late for us. Distance's calling, edges out of our reach. I've been trying to grab the stars, align the winds and hold it together. Shattered silent afflictions I carry the very moment of a world gone by, so desperate to find these poets in motion. Sing of the trace of a heartbeat. Bring back the futures we lost. Tear down the
Back to the beginning, where tragedy ruled. I burned down my fortress and became something new.
Oh, madness. The many things we must discuss today. Wait, let's put on Andromeda. I want to hear some Andromeda going. Okay, we can get the right camera. We got the right camera. What's up, madness? What's up, loves? Well, let me make sure I got chat up here. There we go. Make sure I got chat up here. Make sure I got all this up here. This is too big. This is too big. We don't need to make this so large. We can take it down a notch. Let's take it down a notch. What's up, loves? What's going on, madness? How's everybody doing? I can turn the music up just a touch. Give it just a little bit. At minus 40 dB. What's up, Nuka girl? What's going on? Oh, madness. We have officially announced. I'm trying to set this up so it comes up. The homecoming show for City of Sound. We have officially announced the homecoming show in Indiana, Indianapolis. Tickets have just dropped today. We are super excited. July 25th, the beginning of our era, this new era. I know, Kurt, isn't that amazing? We're at $8,500 for our GoFundMe. We got the ticket links just dropped for anyone who wants the ticket link is right here. Oh my gosh, having spinal surgeries in Carmel IU on June 16th. Oh my gosh, Anitra. I hope you're all right. Keona, what's up, love? John Reeves, guitarist, is in the chat, y'all. John Reeves, first show with us. Man, John, you got in here right at the beginning of stream, brother. John Reeves is having his first show with us as he joins as City of Sound's guitarist. And we are going to roll, y'all. So tickets are out for the homecoming show. Pretty excited. Very, very excited. So, yeah, there we go, Madness. We are ready to roll, and tickets are out. So now we're going to... The good thing is even though we're moving in June, and June's going to be really chaotic for us, tickets are out pretty early. Usually you release tickets like a month before a show, so you would think we'd release them at the beginning of July. But I was like, let's just get them announced, so that way while we're getting ready to move and stuff, we can just post about it instead of having to do the huge post, you know, then be stressed out. This way we can like already get tickets rolling, get it promoted, start promoting right away, and then just start going. I invited him. Let's go, Anitra. We'll be driving to Tampa to see Jen. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. I'm in a bar drinking with friends. Just saw it was a board meeting. What's up? Tell your friends I said hi. So stoked, man. Spending midnight. Yes, John's been learning all these songs on guitar, which we're super pumped about. And then we're working on a ton of other stuff, Madness. I mean, we're working on a ton of other stuff. So tickets are out, ready to roll. We got this right here. Also, can we talk about, since John's here, can we talk about this right here? I got to do it. Why won't it let me go any farther on this? Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, I'm an idiot because that's not the ticket link. This is the ticket link. We got to talk about this. Wait, how do I, why won't it let me go to the left? Let me go to the left. Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it differently then. Everyone's like, what the hell is he doing? I'm gonna have to do it from the computer. John knows what I'm about to do. It's gonna be very funny. I've been doing wait, it just zoomed in on my chat. Wait a second. Hashtag professional streamer. Wait, why did it just zoom in on? Oh, it's because it's out of here. I see. Sorry, y'all. My chat, I zoomed all the way in on y'all and I could not read anything. We already purchased tickets to Indiana. Let's go. Highly visible. We love it. I love that. It's so good. Did you just use your new chord for practice? What's up, Army Mom? How you doing, love? Are you coming back to Texas? I mean, we will come back to Texas. I don't know when. We're going to have to blow up the region of the Midwest and the South first, and then we can hit Southwest, I think. Yeah, I zoomed in on chat. I zoomed in on chat like crazy. But here, I got to show y'all a really funny thing. We're all like poking fun at each other. Y'all, you should have seen the original flyer for the show. I looked like such a dork. But I had this impression of John of like, the helleth you say? John looks like he's super pissed off, like he just stood up off a chair. And he's definitely British. He stood up off the chair. Someone said something, and he's checking them right now. That's what this is right here. This is John checking them right now. And this is right before an ass whooping right here. That's what this face is. This is right before an ass whooping. Nashville show coming soon. That's true. That's true. Might be a Nashville show coming. There actually might be a ton of stuff that's coming for us real soon. Social media challenge. Good luck on your show. Hey, thank you, Crazy Old Grandma. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So I love that look. It's so funny. But yeah, we got, you know what? Maybe I want to put this up on the stream. I know we got the GoFundMe going and stuff, but you know what? Let's switch that out for today. Let's switch it out for today. I'm gonna remove the GoFundMe out. Let's just promote the show all stream. So I'm gonna be on for an hour, Madness. We got stuff to cover. As always, this is a label meeting. That's not the right one. That is me. Got it, guys. I'm the worst streamer of all time. Oh, man. I doth beg your pardon. You look great. I love it. Man, I'm so terrible at this thing. Sorry, y'all. It's been a long week. I have been into... There we go. Man, that's real zoomed in, though. Let's small it down. I've literally been in studio for hours. I have been working on content for hours, and then also been preparing all of our backing tracks for show, getting a new interface for the show to make sure everything works. It's been absolute chaos. There we go. Let's put our beautiful mugs right up there, just so we're promoting the show the whole time. Hey, you never know. There might be... I know we actually have a lot of listeners in Indiana that are going to be tough to reach, so we're going to promote as much as possible. My guy hates his medieval times, slicey. But yeah, here we go, Madness. So we got the Indiana show launched. So excited. I watched you both since started reacting, so I have seen crazy come out. Yeah, I'm excited for John to get to perform with us. I think John's energy and John joining City of Sound, I think his energy is going to match ours very well. Y'all also know how I am live, for any of y'all that have seen us live, but I know you've seen our live videos regardless. And it's gonna be a lot of energy. We got a lot of things that we're working on, Madness, things that you don't even know about, that we're not allowed to talk about right now. We're not even allowed to talk about them right now. But we're super excited. It's gonna be really cool, even just the fact that like John knows our lyrics and like loves our music, and you know, he gets it. John gets our message, which was kind of the biggest thing we were looking for in whoever, because you know, again, like, we're going to have a roster. So there'll be other guitarists that play with us, but John's going to be our number one guy. So he'll be like our number one on roster. We're going to have like a drum roster too, which Chris is number one. But the biggest thing right now is like, you know, if you get to a certain level with the instrument, you can learn anything. Does that make sense? And like, our tones are very difficult. So like, everyone has to take time dialing in our tones. But like, you get to a certain level with the instrument that like, you could learn anything given enough time, right? And so that means there's a ton of guitarists that could play with us. And what it kind of came down to was like, man, we just want good people on stage with us, Madness. You know what I'm saying? And like, people who get the message and understand what we're trying to do, and like want to love on people, you know, and like get on the stage and believe in our words and want to have a moment with people. And that's where John was perfect. You know, John's obviously a good enough guitarist to learn all of our parts, but it also just comes down to like, yes, the execution's going to be there because our shows are based on excellence and being very tight. And, you know, we're very locked in when we play. You know, we do not miss a beat. We don't miss anything. But at the end of the day, it's like, if you don't have people on that stage that fully believe like in our message and our words, like, and what we're trying to do in that, under that roof for people, and what people are going through like in those venues, even if you have someone like that playing with you, like, it just, even if it takes away 2% of the experience of the show, that's taking away 2% of someone's experience. So having somebody like John up there is great, just because like, one, he's a good man, which is great. He's a good man. But also like, he gets it. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense? And we're to a place where everyone needs to get it. We're so close to blowing up, Madness. We're right there. Everyone's got to get it on that stage. And everyone's got to love it and love our people and love engaging with our people. Like, every single person on that stage has to love meeting you and playing for you and like seeing you. You know what I'm saying? So we're really excited to have him joining us. And this will be his first show with us, which is awesome. Homecoming show, John's first show. Like, come on. There ain't been nothing better than that. What are good cities or suburbs to look for hotels in near Indianapolis? I don't mind driving an hour or so. Okay, so Hoosier Dome is like East Indy. So I would say probably Greenwood. If you're going south, Greenwood, Greenfield, around there, that would probably be more like the east side. maybe Fishers, like right off 69. I'm trying to think like what's on the highway too. Those would probably be the best, like smaller, or not smaller, like, well, just like towns outside of Indianapolis Metro. Then there is also areas like Castleton and stuff that are like actual Indy like suburbs and stuff within like the Indy Metro. So it depends if you want to be within the Indy Metro or not. How are your handoffs? Nice. Well, that'll be fun too. There will come a time when John does backing vocals for City of Sound. I love that energy of like a backing vocalist. So there will be a time where he does backing vocals for us. Right now, I'm not trying to throw too much on him because he's trying to learn. That's the thing, like, our songs are not easy at all. You know, they're not easy songs by any means. So, like, the musicianship to learn 13 songs that average about 4.5 minutes, and then do it live. But then, you know, we play to a click, but the click is run by the drummer. So you really have to be prepared for, drummer gives you one count off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get one count off, and it's like you gotta be locked in by the very beginning. So I don't want to throw too much on him. Let him, you know, get into the swing of it, get comfortable, and then we start moving towards all the other things. Does your drummer sing? No. Again, even if he did sing, our drums on our songs are so dynamic with so much going on. And he's running the click and tracks, like he's like rhythm general, so it wouldn't even be fair to put on him to do that. It would just be asking too much. Sometimes you can ask too much people and then they don't get to enjoy the show, which means they don't get to perform, if that makes sense. Like, you want to free people up enough that like they get to be a part of the show, not just playing, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a turnaround trip for us. We're coming from Gary. Keona, let's go. And you said on YouTube your son's coming too, right? I love that. Let's go. It'll be fun. I'm excited because we haven't even gotten into like full promo yet. We just like, you know, I dropped the video. Did everyone see the video on Instagram or YouTube where we posted it? I kind of explained just like, obviously it's a homecoming show, but like we are, why we're moving the whole band to Indiana. You know, and we're gonna be hitting the region. We're gonna be hitting the Midwest and the South. I know y'all have heard this madness. We've had label meetings about this. But I'm very excited for. I just can't wait. Very excited. It's gonna be busy, but it's gonna be beautiful being in a place that's quiet, woods, you know, everything. Because even, you know, we're gonna get there. Nova and I are gonna launch our stream of where we do like acoustic sets and play covers on Twitch. Then we're going to be recording like crazy for this new era, mixes, production, writing, and then also we're going to try to play as many shows as possible. I mean, we are going to try to hit the region with everything we got, so very, very excited about that. I need to drink water. I'm kind of dry today. But yeah, madness. Okay, I want to talk to y'all about something. It would be hilarious if the madness rented a house for a slumber party. I've had so many people actually ask me if we would do house party shows, and I was like, yeah, that's amazing. Of course we would. Like, you know, pay us, like make sure we get paid for it, just taken care of. But of course we would. We would do house parties in a second. GoFundMe's doing well. We're at 85.11. Madness is awesome. Let's go. That's incredible. We're already almost 70% funded. That's like unreal. That's amazing. I'm very excited for this homecoming show. I'm excited for, you know, our first song dropping, Graves or Gardens, for the new era, Destination Arrival. We got so much stuff coming. And then working on some other stuff too. We're also gonna have the music videos. I'm working on a Graves or Gardens music video right now that I'm storyboarding. I was talking to the director this week, even though I'll be co-directing. You know, everything that we're shooting for music videos is going to be the cheapest budget possible, but we're gonna make it look as good as possible. So I have a ton of stuff already set up. Y'all know I've been doing this for so long. Like I've been running music videos for no cost and all that kind of stuff, figuring everything out. So I have an amazing story for Graves or Gardens that I'm super excited for in terms of music video, the story it's going to tell, and like start this new era, kick off this era of Arrival. I think y'all are going to love it. I think you're going to love it. I'm down for a sliver party. I'll bring the chips. Okay, madness. Okay, the label meeting. We need to talk about this. Something that I'm excited about. So, we have a documentary that's shooting. We're not shooting it. I can't go too much into it. Someone is shooting a documentary on us. Literally, the documentary is telling the story of kind of me and like starting City of Sound and what it's like to be independent in a music industry that kind of does everything to bury you. And they are basically shooting a documentary to see if we make it. I mean, real talk. To tell the story of like this crazy person who has decided to try this, like to take his shot at building something from the ground up and going fully independent no matter what, and seeing if we make it, which is amazing. Very cool, right? Now, what it started doing was like, okay, that means they're going to be at a bunch of our shows filming. They're going to be shooting a bunch of our live shows and stuff. And I started thinking to myself, I was like, okay, they're going to be at shows shooting live stuff. We also need a photographer at shows. But because of the venue sizes, sometimes, and also because of costs for a photographer, I was like, it could get real messy with a photographer trying to move around while a documentary's trying to film, and you could really get things running into each other and hard to shoot and shots not getting right. So I came up with an idea, and I think that it's amazing, and it involves all of y'all. It involves the madness. Could your pop set up a campground? Yeah, that's true. That's so funny. My dad's a professional guitarist, has been his whole life. This is so good to know bands are still about. I love that. Let's go. We hand out glow sticks and COS colors before the concert. Kind of like, yeah. Madness, you can do whatever you want. Like, when it comes to fan involvement, highly, I'm literally like, the madness can do whatever they want. Whatever involves the madness more into the show, then that's what we want. Because like we're putting on a show together, right? Like I understand we're showing up to play for you. I totally get that. But it's like our listeners are a huge part of the show. Like if for anyone who's been to a City of Sound show, like our audience is a huge part of the show. They're loud, they're rowdy, they're screaming, they're like throwing drinks in there, they're having a great time, like. So yeah, I love that. Handing out light sticks and City of Sound colors, it's amazing. So I came up with an idea. So because we don't want to overload these venues with, like photographer, documentary crew that's going to be shooting. Also, there's a chance we're going to be live streaming our shows if we can get service, because we might sell online tickets for our shows so people could watch our shows live and be a part of the performance, especially for like our European listeners and South American listeners. And I know we have a lot of Japanese listeners. Something to allow the madness to really feel involved, even though we're kind of secluded to this region right now. Now that's a lot of moving parts, right? Like you got a live stream of like a phone streaming in the back, then you have a documentary crew and all these things. So I was like, okay, well, how can we get show photos for all these shows, like to keep promotion going? And I thought to myself, I thought to myself, I'm going to get disposable cameras. And I'm going to put them on the front of the stage. And the idea is I'm literally going to have a piece of paper on the front of the stage that literally says, take our show photos for us. And we're going to let listeners grab our disposable cameras and take photos during the show, take photos of each other with their friend groups, take photos of like moments in the show. Then at the end of the show, I'm going to collect all the, because once they're done taking photos, we're going to have them like put them at like the front of the stage. At the end of the show, I'm going to collect all the disposable cameras because like the photo looks really cool, like almost like early, like underground. So it adds like a grit to the photography too. Then I'm going to like get it all developed because now the disposable cameras, like you can have like you can connect them to a computer, you know? And we're going to connect them to the computer. And basically, we're literally going to have all of our show promo photos taken by the Madness with our disposable cameras. So literally, whoever like grabs like the disposable cameras to like take pictures of us during the show is literally like a part of the show. So if you're at a show with like your group of friends and you start taking pictures of each other, taking pictures of Nova, taking pictures of John, Chris, me, all of us, taking full band photos, like all that stuff, like you're literally taking photos for us, and it's going to be awesome. Like, I'm so excited for it. I think it's such a cool idea, and it's going to look awesome too because the grittiness of the photos, and like it's just going to add such a like cool relationship between us and the listeners. And just like seeing people grab like these cameras on the stage and start taking pictures, like there's something so fun about that. You know what I'm saying? Like capturing that moment and like someone being like, I got that moment. And then we can like get everyone's name. We can like throw their name onto the picture and be like, you know, like Jenny took this picture last night, like of our show. It's amazing. Like, good work, Jenny. Like, and then we're going to get like some really beautiful pictures that we don't even know of when we like develop them. We'll see photos of like fans together and like stuff like that. That's just really beautiful. So I think it's a really cool way to like bring all of our listeners together. Gets us some like gritty photography that's like really like grounding and feels underground and real. And also just like includes our whole listener base. So that's something that we're planning. We're going to do it first for this Hoosier Dome show at Indianapolis. So I'm going to have 3 disposable cameras, and listeners can just grab them and start taking shots and start taking pictures of everybody. So that's one thing we're going to do. I'm really excited for. Wait, there's a lot. Do you think you'd ever tour the UK? I mean, yeah, we would tour the UK 100%. Like, we would 100% tour the UK. We don't have any connections or contacts to tour the UK, if that makes sense. So we just don't have any. Yeah, sadly, we have a ton of listeners in the UK. We really do. Like, the UK Madness is very large. So we get asked to tour the UK all the time. I want to so bad, but we have to be able to, if that makes sense. Oh, Army Mom, that's. Oh, wow. CEO Miss Music 2 to your group. Your music is helping with youth right now. This is why I was so. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Okay, well, let her know that we love her. Let her know that every member of City of Sound loves her. And yeah, I mean, that's literally exactly what our music is for. So I love that it's at least doing something. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, tell her that she is loved. Absolutely. And worthy. And built for this shit. Absolutely. Yeah, well, all love to your daughter. Oh, my goodness. I mean, y'all know that's exactly what we write our music for, right? You know? Before every single show, I literally tell the whole band, we have no idea what people are going through out there. Like, if we can convince one person to stay around another day, that's what we came for, you know? So that's exactly what our music is for. Yeah, Army Mom, you are loved, and so is your daughter. Tell her that we love her. They play daily in their sessions. I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you for telling me that. I love hearing that stuff, you know? That's the kind of stuff that kind of keeps me motivated to keep going. So thank you for saying something. I really appreciate that. Wow, that's amazing. Have to check out for a few. You're good, Keanu. Don't worry about it. How many of you here want to say my 14-year-old son was cutting? I feel your pain. It's been a long road. He is doing much better. Wow, Kristen. See, y'all, I'm telling you, like, this is why, I don't know. This is why I feel very strongly about, like, our songs specifically always have to end in hope, you know? Because I'm like, especially, like, we have a lot of younger fans, too. And I'm like, dude, like, I know what younger people are going through. I know what I was going through. You know, I was an angry, dumb kid, you know, and I was doing some stupid stuff. And it's like, I don't know, man, especially for like teens. I'm like, if we can make something that at least reaches them in a very dark moment, like, I mean, ain't that enough, right? Like, that's more than enough. Kristen, I'm sorry about your son. I mean, I'm glad he's doing better, though. Honestly, like, glad he is doing better. Seriously. That's something I'm very passionate about. So, I had some friends who took their own lives and struggled with some of the many things. So I'm very, very passionate about, tackling those issues and writing songs that, not that it's going to save anybody, but could maybe help them in some way through those situations. So thank you for saying something. I really appreciate that. It really does. I mean, it fills me with a lot of purpose. So thank you for saying that. I mean, I have a ton of letters from, I mean, y'all know, I think I've told you, I keep all my, I get quite a few handwritten letters after shows from listeners. And I save all of them, and every single one of them is the same. Every single one of them, it is exactly what you're talking about, Army Mom and Kristen. It's exactly what you're talking about. Every single one of them literally writes to me about they were self-harming and they were going to end their life and all that kind of stuff. And so it just reminds me every time I'm kind of all right, we're going to call it, I can't do this anymore. It's you read those letters and you're like, I got one more day in me. I got at least one more day in me. And so it selfishly does a lot when you say that stuff, or not say that stuff, but share that stuff. So thank you. Also very happy that both your kids are doing better. That's awesome. Especially coming from a band of, I mean, Army Mom, I mean, even Kristen, I know that, music has been a great healer for him. I played him one of your songs. Oh, thank you, Kristen. That's amazing. You never know how a single lyric can save someone. Music is healing. Exactly. And you can even let them know, which I'm totally fine with, everyone in the band. Granted, John's new, so I'm not speaking for John right now. But everyone in the band, I mean, we have all dealt with our very dark things, and I think that's why we make the music we make, because I think a lot of times when people have been through some of those very dark experiences, they can only write dark, angry, that kind of projection. And we have just chosen that, no, we already went through that. Why would we stay in that? Especially when we don't want other people to stay in that. And so you can let them know that we are a band who has been through that, and has been through those dark times. Everyone in the band has been through something different that's dark, and everyone in the band's been through some very dark things. And it's why we are so passionate about it. So, absolutely feel free to also let them know that. Appreciate you putting their mental health troubles out there. That takes guts. Your music touches soul to soul. Thank you, Army Mom. That's really sweet. No, I appreciate you sharing that. I mean, it's just, that stuff is never going to go away, no matter what generation it is, no matter what, right? It's never going to go away. And it's somebody should make, I think that more, how do I say this? A lot of artists, this is my personal opinion, a lot of artists make music talking about mental health. Not many of them make music about moving forward after all that, if that makes sense. And I think it's because people are afraid of the cheesiness. It's hard to write hopefully and bright without it being cheesy or hokey. And I'm just more people need to throw down really hopeful messages, because I'm just you never know, some kid between 12 and 18 who's going to hear that song, and because you took so much time to try to make it deep for them, but with hopeful writing, it's you want it to affect them, in a positive way and help them move forward. It's literally why the opening words of Graves or Gardens is choose to heal. You may find a path beyond the pain. Graves or Gardens is kind of, I mean, literally the second verse, but Graves or Gardens, especially the new recording, because the new version of the song that's going to come out is going to be a banger. that song talks about self-harm. I mean, literally the second verse is, you've bled your wrist for the last time. You know, those who remain and can face the night, who have entered the fray and lost every time. To you who sees a grave as an equal to life, you bled your wrist for the last time. Like, it's important to like write about that stuff, but more importantly to write in the same vein about the way out, you know, the way forward, that there is a way forward, if that makes sense. I'm on a soapbox tangent. That is not important, so I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, love your kids. Like, we love your kids. Just know that that's exactly who we're making our music for. So thank you for sharing that. I'm not going to soapbox anymore. Hashtag frontman syndrome. But yeah, that is really wild. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. We were talking about the disposable cameras. So, yeah, we're gonna do this little thing at shows with the disposable cameras, so the madness get to take our photos, which I think is just gonna be really beautiful. We're also gonna do a thing. This was John's idea, and I love it. It's such a good idea. What we're going to do is, so we're going to have a Polaroid camera backstage. And at every show, we'll take like 10 photos from like backstage, super like one-of-one behind the scenes. Even have someone take a couple photos of us on stage during the show. So that way, with like by the end of the show, all of them are developed as Polaroids, and then we're going to sign them, and then we're going to sell them as merch, like one-of-one merch. So like pictures of us backstage in the green room. And that way, like, listeners can have like a moment in time where, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I want all these things that we're doing to make people present, like to make our listeners a part of the moment, if that makes sense. Like, lock their, we already do have that, where like our listeners at our shows, they're locked in, they're in the moment, but I want to make it even more immersive, if that makes sense. So like, that's like the disposable cameras for people to take photos of us during the show. That will be our band photos. Like, making that an immersion that includes like our listener base also helps us get great, cool looking fan, like taken photos from like the fan perspective. But then also doing like Polaroid shots of the band behind the scenes, sell them at merch after the show. So that way people can have like a one-of-one and like always remember like that show and know they have like this unique moment in time of like a moment with us. It's something that John thought of, and I was like, man, that's such a good idea. So we're gonna do that also. So it's two different like camera things, but I think it's a really good idea. After I lost my husband almost 40 years, 2019, there was a single line in Magic Shot. Oh, I love that. I love that. That's amazing. We love you, Army Mom. I love it when the madness just shows up for each other, y'all. It's a beautiful thing. It just tells me that we got something good here. Yeah, I mean, oh, y'all are great. But yeah, so those are kind of the ideas for the show. We're going to kick them off at the Hoosier Dome. I just think it's going to create a lot of fun. I don't know. I think it's just going to create so much like engagement with each other and like really, what is the size you are playing? The one in Indianapolis is about, well, we're adding tickets. So it's gonna end up being probably around 300. It's a smaller venue, but it's all ages. I relate to lyrics. I found my youngest sis 10 years ago. My parents, wow, showed you she miscarried and fell into deep depression. Done CPR for 15 minutes. Wow, and that's in. Wow. I'm so sorry. I mean, that's, yeah. You know what? That actually reminds me, I need to, y'all actually made me think of this madness. I didn't put all ages on the initial promotion. And I need to. For over 8 years, we have grinded our way in Los Angeles, keeping our heads above water, reaching just enough success to keep pushing forward. I need to do a little edit. Hoosier Dome, all ages. There we go. So I set up like the event on like Facebook and stuff. Sorry, I'm making sure that I have all ages on this right now. Save, come on. We could reduce your pain from 199 or 97, then argue. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I love that, Anitra. I didn't know he said that, but I love that. I mean, that is why we always say, we're like, if we can convince one person to stay around another day from this show, like, that's more than enough. Candid photos idea. I know, right? Like, it's a really cool way to just, like, create those moments. I don't know. I just want, you know, we're already unique enough. We're fully independent. We write and produce all of our own music. Like, you know, our shows are very intense and like in a beautiful way. And the way we like interact with our base. So I'm like, why not go even deeper into that, right? So what is going on? My computer is losing its mind. Stop losing your mind. Stop it.
For over 8 years, we have grinded our way in Los Angeles, keeping our heads above water, reaching just enough success.
That's so loud. Sorry, Madness. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize that had been playing to you this whole time. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. It's so funny. Let me edit the post. Dude, Madness, I gotta tell you, Facebook is a disaster. There's a reason why almost like no like bands focus on Facebook as their main, and it's because it is a disaster. Like Facebook's like interface and stuff for like your pages and everything is just terrible. It's tough. Yeah, I need to put all ages in our event too. This is how I found COS via BT. I love that. I love that. I love that so much. Okay, here. Let me edit this. All ages. All ages. Just getting everything edited. I love that we're already selling tickets, especially on Memorial Day weekend. I didn't expect that, honestly. I really didn't. So I love that. Okay. Edit this. Also, sorry, Mattis, I need to edit these real quick. You know, this is the grind when you do all your own stuff. I'm always in Facebook jail. All right, got that all. You know, I'll go put it on the... I'll go add it onto all ages, by the way. Dang, I need to do it on Instagram, too. I can't believe I forgot to put all ages on it. All ages is such a big... We get that question all the time, and it's because, like, it's amazing because we just have so many young listeners. But it's like... No, it's not going to let me do it. I'll have to do it from my phone when I get off stream. That's all right. It's amazing because we have such young listeners, you know, but like what stinks is like, dude, more venues. It's so difficult to find a venue that's under 1,000 that is all ages. Isn't that wild? And I'm just like, more cities need to make all ages venues. And that's one reason why we're playing Hoosier Dome. Cause like we had a couple other like venues, but they're all like 18 plus, 21 plus. And I'm like, we're not gonna do our homecoming show especially and like lock out our like, you know, 15 to 8-year-old fans. Like, I'm late because electricity went out. Oh, Darren, that's tough. What was I just about to do? Watch the F-bombs at the venue. I rarely drop F-bombs though. I feel like that's even rare for me. I feel like my language isn't very bad at shows. I feel like, and also if I ever do swear, it's like positive profanity. Like we have a couple small venues in Evansville. Yeah, and Anitra, I am going to look at venues in Evansville. I love that whole area anyways. I was looking at a couple properties in Boonesville. No one else in chat is going to understand that. Anitra will. I was looking at some property in Boonesville. But yeah, there's like some venues that we'll hit in like Evansville and all around. We got a lot of plans like that. Yeah, positive profanity. Can't post anything anymore on Facebook without breaking violations. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, so reminder, I need to add all ages onto all the things. That's something that I just need to... Is it on the... Okay, it's on there. Okay, good. Okay, good. Come to Columbia, Missouri. Oh, we will, Kristen. Kristen, if there is a venue out there, if they'll book us, we will. Why are you Xing on Boonville? Why are you Xing on Boonville? I'm going to steal that. Yeah, I always joke that, like, because at our shows, I do, like not into the mic. I, like, scream without a mic at our listeners right in front of their face. I fucking love you. Look. Like, from what I've noticed, when you swear before the word I love you, it very much delivers the message. And people believe it. Anyone seeing the I love Youngblood. I'm seeing him in August. He's a massive fan of his fans too. Yes, I love Youngblood. I think Youngblood is great. Dude is, we'll talk about a colorful character, but man, like, he loves his listeners. He loves his listeners. And I love that. Looking to Rose City Music Hall. Now, oh, I think we're having an earthquake. I think that was a little earthquake. There was a whole ass parody song in the 80s called One Night in Boonville. Wait, was there really? Wait, I gotta hear that, Anitra. It's Hoosier time, Water Wings. Let's go. Tickets are out. By the way, I'm gonna put the tickets in here again. Our homecoming show is ready to go. Tickets are here. Just throw this in the chat just so it's in there one more time. What's up, Tracy? Just got home from work. Oh, let's go. Yeah, so we announced our show. We're going to do that whole disposable camera thing to involve the fan base, which I think is just madness. I'm just so excited about that. I think, honestly, we're going to get cooler show photos than we would get with a professional photographer. Because they're going to look grimy and like gritty in a cool way. But it's also going to be like, I don't know. We're going to get a view into like what our listeners thought was cool to photograph. And it's just like, it creates such a cool like synergy with the madness in us. Partied in Columbia quite a bit. Lots of visitors in town, forest fires, drunks hitting power poles. Oh, I see. Madness, we're also working on some things that I can't talk about. I can't actually leak right now, mainly because I don't want to say anything that's not official yet. But we are working on some things. We might have quite a bit close out to the year, exactly what I've been talking about. I'm in Marshall, about an hour away from Columbia. Oh, okay. We still haven't played Missouri. I've wanted to play Missouri for like, man, we tried. So we were going to do a show in Kansas City. It fell through because some higher power got involved and we weren't with a label. That's another story for another day of the music industry hating us. And then we were going to go play St. Louis on our last Midwest run. We booked the venue, and then the venue just never reconfirmed, like, for months. We had a show in Iowa, too. Like, I confirmed, and then they just never sent us a ticket link and never responded. It was the weirdest thing. I have no idea. You're not telling us something? No worries. I know. How rare is that? That's how you know it's good, though. Right? If I ain't telling you, then that means it's good. But no, I'm very excited to hear you so joyful. Hey, let's go. I know, right? We're cruising. It's super busy, but the belief is higher than ever before. The GoFundMe is already almost at 70%. Wait, is the GoFundMe at 70% now? It might be. Let me see. The GoFundMe might be at 70%. Okay, we're at 68% on the GoFundMe for our next era right now. And I did hear you guys. I think I agree. Look, if we keep getting past the GoFundMe for all of our new music, we might turn this era of Arrival into an album and do it for the next year. Run with this concept of all those who come beside us, leading us home. You know, like Madness, Destination Arrival, the song. I'm telling you, it's the one. It'll be so perfectly reachable to the masses. And like just so like in terms of like not mainstream and it being like poppy, but just in its like feel and melody, it will be the perfect song for us to break through to the masses. I'm telling you, the opening, I'll only tell you the opening lyric. Now, y'all know the concept for the whole era, right? Everyone knows the concept for the Arrival era, for Destination Arrival. The opening line of the chorus is, so far, I can't make it there without you. And I think it's going to be so perfectly, I'm telling you, it rips. Like, I hit it vocally and it soars. And it's going to be cool. Like, Destination Arrival as a song is awesome. Okay, 2.5. I knew I felt something, Anitra. I was like, I felt something. That was weird. We probably got hit with just a trimmer then. Yes, everything is working out, and there's a ton of work. I have been spending countless hours just keeping it moving forward. But the difference is, and Madness, I cannot stress this enough, knowing that we have funding for these songs, like to close, like, you know, we're almost at our goal. Knowing we're already even almost to our goal, I am telling you, that anxiety and stress taken off my back, like, I've been able to be like truly creative, like in a way that like I'm enjoying, if that makes sense. You know, for the last several years, every time I'm writing one of our songs, and like, don't get me wrong, the songs we've made the last several years are amazing. I love them. But like every time I'm writing, it's like there is a constant thought of how am I going to pay for this? How are we going to make this work? How are we going to get this going? So I guess what I'm trying to say is thank you. I know a lot of y'all are sharing our backlog right now. That was part of the label meeting last week of y'all had that idea of sharing our like backlog, like our older songs with people. We have a lyric video coming out tomorrow again on the band channel. You know, all those lyric videos we've been putting out, they've been amazing. But I can't tell you like how amazing it is to sit here and like, I'm going to go in the studio today, work on one of the new songs for the new era. And knowing that like it's already almost funded is just gigantic. I mean, it just like takes such a huge stress off my back. I forgot to tell you, I went to Echo and Jim pre-release listening party. I taught everyone the Boo Scoot line dance to rope. You had everyone line dancing? That's amazing. Get there, choo choo. That's right. That's right. We are a train. We are a train right now, and I love it. But yeah, like, so just like, thank you for all the support. It has taken a just gigantic, I can't even explain, weight off my chest. And it allows me to also focus on the band debt, because the band has a ton of debt. That debt is my debt. And like, you know, like the band has a ton of debt, so that's going to allow me to kind of start getting that under control as we're working on this next era. So like, it means everything. I'll be in Dallas and Anaheim. Oh, I love that. Yeah, man. Okay, questions. I'm always going to share the backlog. Thank you, Phoebus. Okay, Madness, questions. Hit me up. Hit me with your questions before we end stream. Okay, I don't want to say this wrong. Kicholi. Tell me if I'm saying it right, because I'm a dumb redneck. But what's up, dude? Tell me if I'm saying that right. Also, what also, where are you from? Kicho, if I'm saying that right. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, Madness. Okay, hit me with your questions. Like any final questions on new songs, the writing, shows, plans, secrets. Hit me with anything that like you got questions about. And then I got to go update all the promo with all ages and such. How many jars does it take to make it a problem? Well, it depends if I can afford jars. No question. I love you. Keep going. Thank you, Army Mom. Let's go. Timeline Nova's merch. Not like she's just sitting around. Yes, Darren. So we are going to drop some of the Nova merch. We're trying to be careful just because we want to be really respectful of the madness, because y'all are already... You're already donating to the GoFundMe. You're literally funding our next era. We just dropped the tickets for our homecoming show today. So we feel like we have already been asking the madness for a lot of money. So we're trying to be very respectful of that. So I don't want to go just like dropping merch. And I don't know. I want to be very careful. We have an amazing fan base, and I want to make sure they know that like we respect them and value them, if that makes sense. So we're kind of just waiting to put that merch out. I'm from South Korea, now from Alabama. That's amazing. That's awesome, dude. I love that. Hell yeah. Well, welcome to the madness, brother. Here's a serious question, though, more of a suggestion. Band moving vlog. I'm going to vlog it, yes. I'm going to vlog the moving and everything. Because it's also going to be a part of our arrival era, you know? Like that whole move, when we drive, I mean, we're driving from LA to Indiana, you know? And so I'm going to film the whole, like take vlogs of the whole move and everything. And also connect it to like destination arrival, this whole era. What's the lyric in Us about regarding tear down the anthems? Anthems still rising. Tear down the anthem still rising. Is that what you mean? Yeah, road trip vlog. So the tear down the anthem still rising. I was actually writing it about the kind of how do I get into this? Oh my gosh. Anitra, I'm like, I have to get off stream in 5 minutes, and you just asked a question that I'm about to go so deep into lore and what I was writing that about. But I have to get off in 5 minutes. Okay, Anitra, deal. We're making a deal right now. Because in order to explain tear down the anthem still rising, the lyric in Us, obviously everyone has their own interpretation, and I love that, and I want them to not let whatever my explanation is to ruin how they feel about the song. But in order to explain the lore behind that lyric, I then have to go into the lines before it on the chorus, and then I also have to dive into the verse because it connects through into the line of Us. So it's going to take me a long explanation. So next stream, let's start with that. Okay? Next Saturday, let's start with that. No, you're right. You did. No, you're right. It's just right when you asked, I was like, oh man, that's a 15-20 minute conversation. Because there's so much story behind Us. I wrote Us with I write a lot of our songs this way. I like to write our songs so it's a lot of, on the surface, people can really relate to it. But in terms of like deep-seated like commentary or like human condition writing, this sounds so pretentious. I want people to be able to super deep dive into all of our lyrics, which I know all y'all already know this, but that is a deep dive. So next Saturday, I will answer that. I swear. I'm sorry. You're right. I said you could ask whatever you want. To maybe tour the UK one day. Oh, we're trying so hard. We have promised our listeners, I think for the last 5 years, we have promised our UK listeners we're going to make it to the UK. But the issue is we can't come to the UK on our own. It costs so much money. So it has to be a promotion, like it actually has to be a promoter. The way the UK runs their music scene, because we don't have a major label, it has to be a promoter that brings us over and has booking connections in venues, if that makes sense. That's the only way we can get to the UK. So we just need to we got to try to find a connection there, you know? So we're going to try. I mean, we're working on it. Your music is unique, and you guys deserve nothing but success at the time. Thank you, love. Dad's a professional guitarist, toured with bands for years. He has contacts. Hey, okay. Sorry, I read your comments backwards. Okay. Please do. Like, seriously. That's actually how we... Madness, I can't tell you. Yeah, I love that you just said read my comment above. Madness, the amount of stuff we've booked because of the madness is astounding. Like, literally, y'all help us book shows much more than you know. So, yes, thank you. Thank you. That could be... If that's how we get to the UK, that would be amazing. You would be making a ton of our listeners very happy that we have made so many promises to come play for them. I've been dreaming about touring the UK for many years. I hear the song Madness by Madness. I've never heard that song, Candace. I'll have to check it out. Okay. Madness, I love you. We could not do this without you. Like, at all. Yeah, we have homecoming show tickets have dropped for Indianapolis. The GoFundMe is still rolling. It's still cruising. We're at 68% funded right now, which is amazing. Yeah, I'm working on all the new songs. We got Graves or Gardens. That's going to kick off the new era, the complete re-recording of Graves or Gardens. Yeah, I mean, we got a ton coming up, and it's so busy. But man, we're doing it, Madness. I'm telling you, we're doing it. Like, the fan base is growing every day. Just keep sharing the songs out. Keep sharing our backlog out. Like, let people know that City of Sound's coming. Seriously, let me speak to them. We'll get back to you. Please do. Seriously, I would genuinely appreciate that. Like, more than you know. So please do. See if I have a song for your madness. Yes, everyone. Hey, happy Memorial Day for everyone in the States. We love you, Damon. That's all right. I get it all the time. Madness, we love you so much. To bring it full circle, I know at the beginning people were talking about some younger Madness who were dealing with some dark things. Just a reminder to every one of our listeners: you are worthy, you are purposed, you are built for this shit. It is always love over fear. We love you immensely. We could not do this without you beside us, which is why this whole next era is our era of arrival. And the main theme is we cannot do it without you. We love you more than anything. And yeah, love you all. I will talk to y'all next Saturday, and obviously vids and all the content that we have coming. I love you very much, Madness. You are the reason we do this, and you are the reason we can do this. We love you. Yes, I will tell Nova. And happy birthday to Mosh. I think someone inspires me talks. I love